Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelly and I am coming to you from the car again. You would probably think at this point that I had been invaded by aliens and abducted and someone else had taken over my body if I was anywhere else but my motor vehicle, right? I've got this weird lighting going on. I've got the light from heaven shining on this side of my face. It looks like it's a beautiful day outside. That is a lie. It is cold. I don't know where my fall went, but I want my fall. I went straight from summer into cold, freezing winter, which is why I look a little bit wind blown. But that's okay, because we're not here to talk about my appearance. We're here to talk about my TBR. And just saying those 3 letters are so exciting, because I have not done a TBR in 3 months. I had done a TBR prior to my husband's stroke for August, and I filmed that in July. And it was funny because I had a couple things I was definitely doing, and I'm being like, I'm going to try mood reading this month, and only the buddy reads got read because everything went so crazy. But I am forcing things into my life and trying to do things that just bring our whole family joy, and it is important to my husband that I am able to continue to my channel, and so I'm going to try to do that. So yeah, here we are. So the first thing I want to talk about are the buddy reads that I'm doing, and one of them is a continuation that I've been doing for several months now. I started actually at the beginning of August. With Courtney Reads, we've been doing the Brothers Karamazov by Dostoevsky. This is my second Dostoevsky read. The first was Crime and Punishment. This is actually Courtney's second time through this book. She brings a depth of more knowledge of the Russian language too than I do, so she's great to buddy read with. And this is a very nuanced story, very psychologically deep. We have 3 brothers. They tick in very different ways. They're very different people, very interesting characters, and they have a psycho father. Everybody needs a story with a psycho in it, and then they have their issues, lots of flaws, lots of interesting characters. There are characters that are introduced that you're like, I don't know what this has to do with the price of tea in China, but okay, I'll go along with this story. And then of course later on you figure out why they're there, what they have to do with everything. I love Dostoevsky. I think you should give him a try. He's not so scary as he sounds. But yes, I definitely am enjoying it so far. We'll be continuing that probably throughout the whole month of November, maybe even a little bit into December. We'll see. So the next buddy read we're doing is, I'm doing it with Chrissy from Chrissy's Purple Library, and it will be a reread for me. It'll be the first time for her, and it is The Blue Castle by Ella Montgomery, and we follow Valency, who is a poor girl, not poor like she doesn't have money, but like poor, like bless her heart poor. She's a very drab existence with a drab mother, drab relatives. She's treated like junk, and circumstances come upon her where she just feels like she's got to take life by the horns and live life to its fullest, and she does. And there's a romance involved. There are some heart-wrenching moments in the book. It is beautiful, and you are just left with the most heartwarming feeling, like you are in anything you're ever going to read by L.M. Montgomery, who's pretty much my favorite, one of my favorite authors, if not the favorite author. All right, so let's talk about what I'm going to be doing on audiobook. My daughter and I usually have one that's going on just for her and I, because sometimes she has some later nights than the other kids where I take her to ballet and stuff. And so the audiobook that we agreed on, we're in a cozy mystery kick right now, is Salt and Pepper. And this is by, what is her name? Salt and Pepper was by Leslie Budewitz. Okay, and so this is a lady who has a tea/spice shop, and she of course has a murder happen around her tea/spice shop, and it has cozy fall vibes. I think I got this book recommended by Dia from Novel Idea, so I'm looking forward to reading that one. And our whole family is doing Percy Jackson as a listen. We're on number 5. And I will talk more about this series in general when I do a wrap up. It's been so long since I've been able to wrap up anything that I'm going to go by genre. And so it'll be my middle grade young adult books that I've read recently wrap up. We're enjoying this series. I think Rick Riordin does an excellent job getting in the voice of a typical kid of Percy's age. He starts out as 12 right now. I believe he's almost 16. He's getting ready to turn 16. And I was hesitant because of the Greek mythology aspect of it. But one thing to remember is it is fiction. It is mythology. We don't believe that there is anything real in this. You know, there is talk about, like, you know, praying to these gods. We are Christians, so we believe in there is one God. So, but we just focus on the fact that to us, this is mythology. All right, so the next book that we're going to be doing on audio will be for the whole family. And we're starting this as soon as we finish Percy Jackson. It's The Sign of the Beaver. And I don't know very much about this, except I know I love Elizabeth George Spear, and I've heard that this is an excellent book to read around Thanksgiving time. So we are going to be starting it very soon after we finish Percy Jackson number 5. We're partway through that one right now, so we'll be able to start The Sign of the Beaver soon. Okay, and then I have a on my own audiobook that I'm listening to, and so I got the first book in this series on audio because my friend, again, Dia, recommended Dragon Song. So I'm going to be doing the second book in the series, Dragonsinger, and this is by McCaffrey. And the first book it was just my kind of fantasy, just so beautiful, wholesome, dragons, beautiful characters, beautiful descriptions. So I am very looking forward to that. All right, there is a fantasy that I have been looking forward to for so many years, but I just haven't gotten around to reading it. And I decided that November is the month. I will be reading The 10,000 Doors of January. And this is a book about, of course, January. And we meet her when she's a little girl, and she's with a ward who is wealthy, and he is definitely someone that he has a lot of properness in him, and he would like her to have as well. And so would probably be frowned upon that she has this fantastical element to her life, goes through door, and there is a fantastical element of story and wonder there, and how she deals with it, how it affects her life. And so I have wanted to read this for a while, and I am really so excited that November will be the month. All right, and last but not least, as far as books that I am reading myself, is The House Between Tides, and this is by Sarah Maine. And this is a sort of mysterious circumstances finding a long dead body, and we have Scotland and that type of feel. So I figured that would be a really good one to read this type of year. And I don't know if I just said her name or not. The author is Sarah Maine. And then I do have another read aloud already planned for my kids for Thanksgiving. There will be more interspersed in there, but I have actually never read this before, which is crazy because I love Louisa May Alcott so much. But we're going to be reading the short story An Old-Fashioned Thanksgiving. And also this month of November, we will be finishing up a book that I've slowly been reading to them for months called The Girl of the Limberlost, which is by Jean Stratton Porter. And this is about a girl named Elnora who has an amazing experience with nature, collecting things from nature so that she is able to go to school. It's about her and her mother's relationship, her relationship with other people around her. There is a romantic element to the story. So I'm so excited about all of these things to read in November. I hope that you have a great November with lots to be thankful for and that you read a lot. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.